Hi. I did a cooking video a couple days ago. I made a lot of stuff. I did like 2 days of videos cooking. I made pierogies. I made greens and stuffed peppers, and I made my famous stuffed mushrooms. Pretty sure I'm forgetting something. Who cares? Hot peppers and oil. I made this stuff, and I tasted it after I made it, and I put stuff like hot pepper seeds in it, which I would not normally do because I have diverticulitis and I don't do that. It gets stuck in the inner lining of your intestine or whatever. But so you're not supposed to eat seeds. Remember how I don't like those teeth? I want to move it closer so I feel like you're far away. Well, okay, look. Okay. So I just figured I had like a pepper seed underneath my tooth. The next morning I woke up at like 4:30 a.m. I'm like, all right, tooth is annoying. So what? I call up my daughter because she does take care of that. That's her job. She does it. And she's like, cut it out. You're being a baby. And then it just kept swelling. And I was like, it's throbbing. No, I don't like it. Something's wrong. She goes, yeah. So the next day I waited. And it just started to have more swelling. Now it's 4th of July or something like that. And I'm like, 4th of July? Well, there's not a doctor open now. I call like emergency dentist. And they were like, we'll get you in on the 11th. It was the 4th of July. So I'm talking to my daughter. I'm trying to get out. I know I gotta go to the ER, but I really don't want to because I hate going to the ER. You better be on your deathbed if you go to the ER. It's important to, have like some kind of integrity. I'm like, you know what, man? Let them give me a shot of Benadryl. Call it a day. I didn't have any money at the time because I put money on something else instead of saving money. I wanted to get ahead a month. So I put like $200 on Amazon so I could get extra stuff, so I have backups, like normal people do, or perhaps a stock room, if you will. I want backups. I don't like run out of stuff. So I was like, for real. Because then once I realized that everything I had literally under $4 for the next 31 days, so I was like, nah. So this happens. I don't even have enough gas to get to the fucking emergency room. I can't call the ambulance because I have no way to get home. I don't want to call I'm not talking to my mother. Nobody in town. I don't have any friends. My aunts and stuff, we don't talk either. My brother and I are like shaky terms. He had a serious problem and nobody told me for days. That happens a lot in my family. Nobody tells me stuff for days. So why would I call him for an emergency? It just doesn't make sense. Like, why would I do that? So, I love my brother more than anything, but I just don't want to put that on him, and he has a family, and I just can't do that to him. For whatever reason, he didn't tell me, so there must be some reason I shouldn't tell him. So I say, screw it. I take all the money out of my account, $200. I put $10 in my tank, which there's something wrong with my tank, so you can only put in like 10 cents at a time. So it's like, and I'm like dying, okay? My face is like, I look like a who. Like, I still look like a who, but I look like more of a who 3 days ago. I'm feeling better. Okay, it's gonna be okay. So I get to the hospital. I'm just like, who cares? La la la, like it's okay. They're like, does it hurt? I'm like, no, don't even worry about it. It doesn't hurt. I just need like Benadryl or something. Maybe like, I don't want antibiotics, but maybe like steroids or something. Look at my, I'm all bruised up. They kick it off with epinephrine. I don't know if you ever had epinephrine, but it's awful. It's like being dropped in a vat of oil. I felt like something was sitting on me. I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was going to throw up at the same time. It was awful. It lasted too long, that feeling. It probably wasn't that long. Like at 30 to 45 seconds. But the nurses, they skate. They got the fuck out. And I was in there like, I did ask for a bag, and they gave me some weird too. But it was weird because I didn't want to throw up in the bed, and I had to ask for a bag. Okay, but then they're like taking tubes of blood. I'm like, well, what is that one? What's this for? What's that for? Because I took phlebotomy, so I know what I'm looking at. I know a little bit of everything. I'm like, what's that, the CBC? Because it's a red top or whatever. There's certain things that these tubes on the top mean what they are. So that in case something, God forbid, goes wrong, you can look at the top of the tube and know how to test it. So they're taking vials. They took 4. I said 3 on the counter and send 1 to the lab. And I go, what's that for? And they said, it's a typing. We want to know what your blood type is. And I said, why? And they go, because you're getting blood transfusions. I said, no, I am not getting a blood transfusion. I am not getting a blood transfusion. First of all, I've already signed papers, 3 specific documents. One of them is no blood transfusions. One of them is a DNR, do not resuscitate. And the other one is something else that I can't remember right now. But one of them, it says no blood in bright red fucking block on the top of my screen. I said, no. I go, listen, I came in here for Benadryl. Can you please just do this? Because I'd already went and bought Benadryl, but I messed up and got 10 milligram Benadryls. And I was just like, screw it. The dance is over. I'm just going to the emergency room. Anyway, so. So I'm dying already. I got the epinephrine. Then they gave me Benadryl, a TXA, which is like a bag of something else. It's basically transaction acid or something like that. A nurse will know, but it's also for the inflammation. Something else. Then they come and the doctor comes and he goes, listen. He goes, I heard you don't want the plasma, because I guess it's plasma now. No one's telling me what's happening. No one's telling me anything. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm all alone, of course, because I don't have a soul. My kids are gone. So I'm like, he goes, listen, I'm going to put it to you like this. I just left a woman with a stroke, okay? She's come tell you to take the plasma, because if you don't take the plasma, I'm cutting your throat, okay? I'm going to put a hole in your throat. So what do you say? I go, sounds like plasma. He goes, okay, that's what I thought. And he left. Next thing I know, I got a bag of plasma in my face, going in my arm. It started to work. As soon as the plasma was stopped, it stopped. It goes back up. Now I've got epinephrine, plasma, 2 or 3 other things, 4 vials of blood. Someone comes over and goes, now you need this. Some kind of shot that starts with a V. Gotta go in the muscle. He's like, it's gonna burn. I'm like, yes, that burns. That burns very, very much. Yes, that burns. Okay. Alright. Like it was burning. It was belly. In the belly. So I was like, oh. Then the doctor comes back in. This is over hours too, There's like some lady going, ah! Ah! She's doing that the entire time. And vomiting and retching the entire. I know, Groove. By the way, look behind me. I left that there so you can see what Groove did. Groove went a little psychotic. I'll tell you. You'll find out why. So, he goes, listen, I'm putting you in the ICU, okay? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, it's serious. You gotta go. He goes, we're preparing a bed for you. You gotta get out of here. You gotta go to the ICU. It's really important that you're really monitored and stuff. And, you know, you gotta be taken care of. And, you know, I start crying. He goes, it is serious, okay? You gotta go. And I was like, all right, all right. Like, I wasn't, like, wailing, but I was like, you know, like, but still like, all right, all right. And he's like, yeah, it really is serious. You really gotta go. I said, all right. I go up to ICU. Kids could be nicer. I say kids because one was 30 and one was 23, and they were just the sweetest sweethearts, 2 boys. Just angels. They were like spitting images of my kids, and they were just the nicest little boys. Well, they're adults. In ICU, they only have two patients at a time. I gotta get my tea, my throat hurts. Hold on a second. Okay, so, so I'm there for a little bit. Then they I'm there for a day. Then they transfer me to 6th floor, which is like a step-down unit. In the meantime, every time I'm given medicine, it goes down for a little bit and then pops right back up. Just keeps coming back, keeps coming back, keeps coming back. But they decided to call it angioedema, which is supposed to be a genetic thing. You might not know it's in your family, but your face will blow up and shut off your airway. So I guess my tongue was really big too. Remember, I was saying that before, like, I felt like this for a while. Remember how I was saying I'm having a hard time talking? Like, I've been Benadryl. I hadn't taken Benadryl for a couple days, actually, before this happened. So, last night, I felt like somebody pours gravy down my throat. And I'll show you at the end of the video, but my gums burst. The inside of my mouth burst little by, first this side, well actually this happened in the ICU, this side. Then last night the other side blew. It already blew in the ICU when I was talking to the nurse at the same time when it happened. But last night when it happened, I had to walk out to the nurse's station and tell them like, something's really wrong, like, gums are black and green and purple and blue, and I can't, they just burst all over my mouth, and like I can't breathe right now. I gotta go, like, you gotta help me. I walk back to my room, there's like 6 nurses, they gotta beat me there, like, because I'm walking with shit, okay? You don't like just get to walk. I got 2 IVs, because in ICU you need to have 2 IVs. So I was like, okay. They're like, we gotta get the crash cart. I said, I got a DLR, you gotta just let it happen. Like, I have 6 girls doing this to me. 6 women, nurses. They were all girls, they were ladies, they were sweethearts. And my blood pressure was like, 179 over 120, 168 over 116. This is like 10:35 at night last night. They're like talking about getting the crash cart. There's like specific language in a DLR and they ask all those questions, so I can't think straight at this time. I'm laughing with them. I'm crying and laughing at the same time because I was like, guys, I cannot die from a fat face. I will haunt this bitch. So they're laughing, but at the same time, they know it's really serious. Where is my tissue? They know it's really serious. And it was really serious. And I go, guys, everybody on this floor is like, cause they are, like, everybody, you walk past the room, I was like, Like I said, everybody's like on death's door and I have a fat face, so what, you know? How can I die before they do? Turns out I had a panic attack because they were trying to give me this stuff. I know, Groove. I know. I told them. I said, please don't give me anything like Ativan. I also refused payment and I didn't need it. So when I asked for it, at this point, no one would give it to me. It's not the same doctors either, you know, but there is one doctor that'll be on a shift that goes through the whole hospital. So I had 3 of the same guys for 3 days, you know. But that was scary as fuck. I asked for a mouthwash because I thought of it because I used to work for an oral surgeon. So I remembered mouthwash was really important. I asked for a peroxide-based one, and I called my daughter, and I asked her real quick. I had a 10% battery because I left my charger in the car. I left the money in the car, charger in the car. I don't think I locked it. Now I'm having a panic attack and almost dying. I'm thinking my bank account's overdrawn right now. Yeah. So there today. Anyway, they gave me the mouthwash. I begged them for volume. They finally gave it to me because that's what works. I can't do Ativan. I get anxious and angry, and I mean angry. So I don't want that. Like the He-Man. So today I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about all of it. And I'm like, my cats are out of water. I know they're out of water. I give them a glaze, just one glaze. And it's a short, nice, thick, round glass, but it's short. They're out of water for sure. Their litter box has got to be full. I gotta be worried. It's 3 days now. Bank account's overdrawn for sure. And it is $187 overdrawn. That's gonna cost a lot, but I did take out the money, so it's just I gotta figure out whether I want to put it back in or not, because I will have nothing left. Actually, I'm not gonna put it back in because I just went to Rite Aid and spent money, so I can't put it back in. Shit. Just bounced back. I don't know what to say. I can't do anything about it right now. I cannot not have money for the rest of the month. So think about that, yeah. I keep having to ask for Benadryl. I keep having to ask for shit. And I'm like, well, what do I even have? What am I sitting here for? Benadryl? Every 6 hours, Benadryl? Every 8 hours, steroids? What are you guys gonna call in for me when I go home? What the fuck am I here for? And I'm like, calm the fuck down, girl, because you just almost died last night. I talked myself into calling my brother. I love my brother very much. But my brother and I have a weird relationship because of the things I've done, quite frankly. And he's done things too. No one's angel, but I think through the years of him having a stable relationship and me not, he's lost respect for me. The divorce, all of it. Alcoholism, the years of homelessness and all of that. I got into a real cycle of things where shit would hit the fan with something very, I put everything into because I always do, but I gotta tell you, I always in my mind have a get-go, like I'm gonna get something out of it. That's why it always fails. So, it always fails. Then I fail, and then I punish myself. Wait, I fail, I blame everybody else, and then I punish myself. And I make it worse. And then I fail, I blame everybody else, and I punish myself, and then I make it worse. So I've alienated everybody in my life, and it doesn't even matter. It's been 5 years now. I don't even drink anymore. Like, I don't care. Obviously, it feels like forever, but it was like, what, 2 weeks ago? I really deprogrammed myself. That worked. If anything, if we could do that, tell everybody about that, because that's how I learned to drink, and that's how I had to make myself not learn to drink. And a switch went off. Truly, it went off. Where it was just like when I knew I didn't want to be married, when I, knew I didn't want. Like, there's things in your life where you want something, you want it, you get it, and I did that. Like, I'll never drink alcohol again. It's fucking poison. It's the worst drug I've ever done in my life, and that's saying something. I've tried everything. But so this is how it is with my brother. And like I said, when things go wrong in my family, nobody tells me anything ever. He called me a martyr in a real quick way when it come to his situation, that I was acting like a martyr because I was bothered that no one told me. Because of my past history with him, I don't blame him for thinking that, but it wasn't the case at all. And I think they were blocked from me, so I never even received calls from them. I only got one call. It doesn't even matter. He calls me a martyr. I'm like, I gotta go. He goes, fine. I said, fuck this shit, I'm out. I took out my own IV. I took out my other IV. I cleaned up the whole room. I changed my clothes. I had already taken a shower that day. I ordered lunch and dinner. I was looking to stay. I know something's going to go wrong again. I could just go back. I don't care now anymore, okay? I also had to order a phone because my mom called me about... Didn't even call me, actually. She texted me because she had a phone that she doesn't want, so she gave it to me. She's been paying for the line for 7 months, and she decided one day out of the blue, I better get over there right now. This was 2 weeks ago. Right now, I'm bringing that phone because I'm sick of this. I'm going to buy a new phone. I'm going to buy you a new phone. I'm going to buy you a new phone. We don't talk. Why the fuck would I? No. So this to me is like, good. All right, good riddance. Bye-bye. How dare her demand me go there like that? At least you're getting use out of it. She'd have to pay for it anyway. Not my phone line, though. That was on her to do that. She does stuff like that so she can hold over my head. So I let her this time, because I don't give a shit. I'm over it. I do a lot of nice things for her, too. She doesn't remember that, though. So I can't. I just can't anymore with that. I don't want to hate my mom. I don't want to be angry with myself, and I can't blame myself all the time for stuff either. And then you got to get to a point where you say, man, it's okay that I don't talk to somebody who makes me feel bad. Because I make myself feel bad when I leave there. And when it plays in my head all night. For weeks and weeks, it'll play in my head. And I don't think I deserve that. So I'm not doing that anymore. But my brother called me a martyr. I'm sitting in the bed, and I'm like, nah. He didn't even try to call him back or nothing. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't even matter. I love my brother. He has a pure heart. I'm not going to be mad at him. It's been 5 years of me kissing everybody's ass, and I'm over it, okay? I don't hold any resentment against my brother. I got my stuff, I got the fuck out of there, I came home. Litter boxes are overflowing. Rotten flowers, rotten water, all the food I bought. It's been since Tuesday. It's no good, okay? It was all in the fridge. I lost all of that. It was like half of my monthly food allowance. I did get signed for my phone. It did come, so if I would have stayed, I would have missed my phone and probably would have got back, and it would have taken weeks to get, then I wouldn't have a phone. So I did that. I'm glad I came home and changed the litter boxes. Groove was a psycho. He tore everything down. Poor Klaus. Klaus! Groove, if you're drinking my tea, I'm going to slaughter you and wear you as a garment. Was your paw wet just now? God damn it. Could you do more? He just licked his mouth, that little shit stick. You. I love you, but you got stuff to drink. This is all I hate. Good news is I lost some weight. So when I got home, I started doing all that stuff, and I got the phone and stuff, and I have prescriptions set. He did not call in the Benadryl for me, but like I asked him to, so I had to pay for that. He's called in the panic drug that gave me 2 anxiety attacks that I begged him not to do, and I asked for something else, Valium. If I'm going to have a panic attack, I don't need him to send Valium to Rite Aid. I told him that I'm not going to have anxiety at home. I have medical marijuana. I don't need that. He sent the panic drug. And he sent, like, prednisone. It's a steroid. Because I was fucking around at home so long, I didn't go get the Benadryl or the prednisone. So when I got to Rite Aid, I really feel like a big panic attack. This was just like 5 minutes before I hopped on here. They closed the pharmacy at lunchtime. They don't open till 2. It was like 1:30 when I got there. By the time I realized how bad it was like 1:45. I grabbed the Benadryls. I can't open them. I was shaking. I have no nails. I cut them short because it's cleaner that way. I don't paint them because I cook a lot. I got a girl, the little clerk had to help me. She's shaking too because she sees me not being able to breathe and my mouth blowing up. She's breaking them. They're breaking all over the place, breaking all over the counter. All of a sudden, there's like 8 people behind me, and everybody's holding their shit like I'm holding everybody up, the tears start, and I start laughing like, I don't know what to do, guys. I'm sorry. I'm having an attack. I need this right now. Once again, nobody offers to help. Nobody says it's going to be okay. So I ate like 3 25 milligram broken up Benadryls. I grabbed an ice, like a lemonade, and I just started chugging them. And then I'm finally like, it's like 1:55. I go, listen, man, please, are they back there, like in that pharmacy? Because I was a pharmacy tech, I did everything. I worked for Walgreens for 4 years, like 4 different stores. I would travel. To shut down a pharmacy after lunch is insane. That is a terrible time to shut down a pharmacy if you're going to shut down a pharmacy. Anyway, I'd be like 2:30, 3:30. Not 1 to 2. What the fuck? 1 to 2? So I was like, is anybody back there? It's already paid. Trust me, I already did it on the app. It was signed for. I didn't need shit. Nobody even needed to do anything. Thank God he did that for me. I was like, which one do I take? Which one do I take? He took it out of the bottle and handed it to me. I took it with that lemonade. I was just like, thank you. It was like 5 to 2. He did that for me, thank God. Well, like I say, he didn't really need to do much. But he did that. He didn't need to do it all. I walk around the store longer because I can't get in the car and drive right now. I ended up spending a little bit more money than I should have. I spent $31. So now I really can't put the money back. But I have cash. I don't need anything anyway. It's okay. But angioedema is a genetic disease. It's a fluke. I've never heard of one person in my family having it. I thought a pepper flake was in my veneers/cap, whatever the fuck it is. I thought I was having a tooth thing happening. I thought I was just like having an irritation. I almost died. I would die like that, like a painful death, but of a stupid death, like a fat face. I guess my tongue was swollen. I had no idea how serious it was. What I did know is that having had seizures in my past and things like that, having had taken a lot of classes and been a caregiver and all my experience and all my jobs and all my educations and all my things. Number one, women are always sent home with heart attacks. Women present at an ER with vomiting, and they're sent home, and it's a heart attack. I was vomiting that morning. I was dry heaving that morning on the 4th of July, and I was like, oh shit. I checked my temperature, no temperature, so I'm not having a heart attack. There's heart attacks in my family right now. So I was like, alright, I told my daughter I gotta go. You know, I should have gone the day before, but I think I would have got sent home. So I just took some prednisone. I just took 75 milligrams of Benadryl. I can smoke my own weed now. I can take more Benadryl if I need more Benadryl. The fact that the doctor did call in a fucking anxiety drug that me and 2 nurses told him, please don't do that. That's exactly what he did. It's fucked up. His last name was Lee, but spelled different. So I told him I was more Asian than him when I met him. I think he was trying to get me back. He's truly Asian. I'm not even Asian. So. If I was, I'd be an Asian sensation, I'll tell you that much. So, everything's done now. My bank account's negative. My food's all fucked up. I'm not hungry. I lost 5 pounds. I think 6. I think I like 154. I was like 162 when I walked out the door 3 days ago. I gained weight. Making all that food. I'm just so grateful to be okay. My top lip's a little bit screwy still. I can't really... It's better. I remember my brother. I love my brother. And I hope to God one day, he'll just see me differently, I hope. But I told my daughter, I said, sweetie, she brought up a good point. She's like, Robert, he's a dad. He's got, kids. I said, I know, honey. I think about that every single time that I talk to him. And I remember going through it. And I'm not saying this to be a baby, but truly, I was alone in that situation. I was alone. And nobody really was there, which made it really convenient for me to go through those cycles of being such a victim all the time and acting like life just is so unfair. At the same time, never believing that I'm actually acting like that. But when you're drinking, you're not supposed to be drinking. Everybody knows it. That's why they get mean and weird. Because you're doing something wrong. Look at this dick. Look at this fucker. I bet you, watch, he's going to screw with that. He wants to go outside. Let all flies in. That's what this guy wants. Well, too bad, mister. No, he's been outside a lot today. Trust me, I let him out because he was stuck in here going bananas. He took I put these decals on the wall. Shit, sometimes he tore some off and ate them and stuff. Point is, God bless everybody, because you never know when you're just going to bite the, eat the dust, bite the dirt, whatever, kick can. What was that game? It was something about something in the graveyard, ghost in the graveyard. Play ghost in the graveyard. I almost was a ghost in the graveyard. Can you imagine? Me, a ghost in the graveyard. I prefer to haunt the hospital. I think I'd have a good time haunting the hospital. But everybody was so fucking nice at that place. My time was all said and done. I'm getting all my shit out of the cupboards. I have to take over. I can't be a normal patient. I gotta start running shit. I fucking went got my own towels. I got my own stuff. All the girls were laughing. They really had fun with me. Everybody was so great. My hospital, St. Elizabeth of Boardman, Ohio. God bless them. I love them all so much. Everybody was good, even my Asian sensation, Lee. I'm just so grateful for everybody really caring and giving a shit, and nobody really dropped the ball. Even dietary nutrition, they came through. I had a priest from Nigeria come through. It was kind of like he was giving me last rites. He called it sick rites or something, but he what? He did it all, and then he prayed over me. Made me cry. Well, I made myself cry because it was touching. It was so touching. They do a communion every day. And if you can't get out of bed, the priest comes to you. So he gave me communion. He prayed over me and gave me the right. And he did that. How cool is it? It was so cool that he got on loudspeakers just don't tell everybody. He's on this crazy accent that I absolutely cannot do, a Nigerian accent. But I'm like, dude, I'm thinking I never really saw a black priest in my life. You don't see black priests very often. You don't see a black pastor, stuff, or minister. I've even seen a black Jew, but I've never seen a black priest from Nigeria, and he was the coolest, nicest man on earth, and he asked me why I don't go to church anymore. And I told him it's because the old ladies would boss me around. I go to pass out communion because I'm a Eucharistic minister. They yell at me where I'm standing. I don't have that kind of temperament where someone could just be screaming at me in front of 200 people and nobody says shit. There's like 5 of them. And I said to him, I go, they've been sitting there for 50 years watching everything. Those old bags. I've been to many churches in my life. There's always a couple. The first 2 rows of any Catholic church has all the lifers in it. So if you're new to the scene, they're going to be dicks every single time. And I really can't fuck with that. I know we're in the house of God. So it's doubly fuckery. And I just can't double down on the fuckery. So I stay home. I'll watch, sermons and stuff. I'll watch eulogies. Is it a eulogy? No, I think a eulogy is when somebody dies. I almost died. Bless you. Thank you. Tell someone you love them.